Hey, it's James Fathers Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. So, you're broken, you're hurt, you're beat down, you got betrayed, you got mixed emotions going on because, let's say your girlfriend was cheating on you, you had no idea and you're blindsided. Your wife was cheating on you. Or, you loved your family dearly. Society doesn't believe this, but dads fall in love too. And they love their wife and their kids dearly. And they love the home that they built and the life that they've created for them and the family. And a woman can destroy that easily. Emergency restraining orders behind your back. Um, and you can do a motion to quash an emergency restraining order before you have the full hearing a month or 2 months later, right? You should know that. If you don't know that, then you're not paying attention, or you haven't watched enough of my videos, or you haven't got a consult. So for more information about me, my rates, how to contact me, all that stuff, click the Instagram link in the bio. On TikTok, I can't have a link. I don't have enough followers. So you go to Instagram. In the bio, it says, there's a link there to my flow page with my phone number, resources, my online store that has products, proof of my wins, my winning court orders, stuff like that. It's under every YouTube video. On Facebook, I always put a link in there. It's crazy because I saw a video the other day. There's like at least 7 people in the comments. How do I get a hold of you? I want a consultation. Where the hell do you think most people put a description of who they are, how to get a hold of them, what they do on YouTube? They put it in the description right below the video. My gender is so freaking lazy sometimes. You won't even just look, like just hit a click and say, okay, what's this person about? Or if you browse around, now maybe all 7 of those people have never used the internet, but it's unlikely. Maybe one of them is like that. You guys are shiftless and lazy sometimes. You need to care about your kid enough to look. And those people, I don't think if I remember right, I didn't see that I replied. When I see that stuff, I'll reply and say, my phone number's in the link. Phone number's in the description. On Instagram, there's actually a button on Instagram that says contact. You can press that. And then in the bio, it has my information. Almost everybody nowadays that's doing a business has some kind of link tree or all their links in one. I have a flow page. I used to have Linktree, and then they banned it because I said something about said something blasphemous about the pandemic one time. Anyway, I have to remind people in videos how to reach me and stuff like that, and I got valuable information that you need because people don't seem to figure that out of their own volition. So I don't want to look like a hustler or salesman, but I got to tell people where to find stuff, or else I won't look for it. And the proof that you know what I'm talking about, a lot of my critics and haters don't even look that I post my winning custody order, my winning contempt order, the first time I ever tried, destroying a guardian litem, destroying the mother's 17-year experienced attorney, and then her next attorney, who ended up retiring with 50 years experience. I caught him from 37 to 50 years. He was on board 13 years fighting me. Even after I got custody, I was falsely accused and harassed for about, really 20 years. The last time I had to go back to try and get college child support because the mother was making 3 times as much as me. And then we're in court, and then they harassed me and falsely accused me and that. And all I'm doing is going for an award of child support that mothers get all the time. And the mother was making great money. And the judge still denied me because he hated my guts at that point because I embarrassed him and told the whole court that I got him reversed in the Court of Appeals, disturbed his bubble, all that. Anyway, you can see those winning orders on there. And there should be no question at all that I know what I'm talking about. There's a bunch of numbnut, moronic, low IQ idiots out there who will look at my winning court orders and just assume, oh, you had it easy or this and that. And usually it's my haters. Usually it's feminine men who are mad or jealous that I won and they tried one time and lost. And they didn't grow a pair of balls and fight and fight and fight and fight like I did and all my other clients who win. Now, I do have clients who, once they get on the offensive and they start fighting and stop being pussies, then the mothers are like, oh my God, he really wants to fight me. Oh my God. And now they respect him. Like, what's it going to take for you to stop fighting me? I didn't want to fight. Because a lot of these women, they'll fight you. And then you give in. And then they disrespect you. And they're like, this little pussy, I can totally control them even more. But when you stand up to them, then all of a sudden they're a victim. They can't believe you have the audacity to stand up to them. And they can't take it. I've had so many guys, once they get on the offensive, now the guys who start on the offensive from the beginning, most of them are done with their case in a month or two. Like 40 to 50%. And then the guys who get on the offensive late in the game takes like, closer to trial or whatever. And guys who get a hold of me way toward the end or afterward, there's some cases where the mother's just going to take you to trial and fight to the death. And that's just life. Like, there's no quickie answer, and there's variables to this stuff. But in any case, you see my winning stuff, you should, I swear, man, if I had a James Christensen knowing what I know now, back in 2001, my 7-month original battle would have been 2 months. And I would have had guidance where I would have navigated. Like, I went through landmines, and I went to court when I shouldn't have and did some things I shouldn't have, and now I've learned the lessons the hard way. I would have saved myself so much time and energy and been done. A relocation case. I moved 30 miles. The mother's in LA. I'm in Seattle. I moved 30 miles. She objects to me moving. We're in court for a year and a half. I could have got rid of that case within a month if I knew what I know now. But I learned a bunch of lessons, and I'm sharing it with you guys. And then guys are like, how come you charge for your time? Because I went through hell, bitch, to get through this, and you haven't lifted a finger. And if you want to know some of this knowledge, and you want to take my time away from my family and away from other things I could do, you're going to have to pay me a little bit. That's how life works. You don't work a job for free. So, anyway, you're going through hell. You got the betrayal of your ex. In the relationship, if she cheated, that's devastating and hurtful. You got betrayal toward your family. Now she's breaking up the family that you worked so hard to provide for. And then she's going to take everything from you. And then she's withholding the kids from you. Guys sometimes can get over stuff easier than women can if they're really hurt. But nowadays, these modern women, guys think they find a quality woman, they devote to them, they slave away for them and all this stuff. And they put so much in. Sometimes it is more hurtful for the guys, but where they really can get us is our pocketbook and our kids. Like, nothing torments a man. If a guy can get over a relationship, or if he fell out of love and it's not working, that's fine. You take his kids away and you take his money. There's guys who commit suicide over that stuff. Those guys, every guy that I've seen that's committed suicide, they gave up and quit on their kids, and they stopped fighting. I understand how they feel like that and get to that point, but to me, it doesn't make any sense. It's asinine. It's a cop-out, and it's a cowardly way to go out, because then you don't have your kids. Then there's a guy in North Carolina. He did death by cop. He went to the courthouse, clean-cut looking black dude. It's Durham, North Carolina. So if you Googled, I forget his name, if you Google Durham, North Carolina, father, custody battle, shot by police, you'll probably see it. The mother kept taking him to court and reducing his visitation. Then he went on Facebook Live and said, I'm going to end it all. And he told everybody, and he did it. That mother is saying, oh, I don't know what his problem was. And I found that mother on Facebook. And see, this is what we should be doing, but we're too much a bunch of punk-ass pussies to do this. I went on Facebook, and then I said, your child is fatherless because you drove him to suicide. You're a child abuser. And then obviously I got blocked. But everybody should be bombing her because she's on there talking about single mother life is wonderful and praising herself and getting her rocks off. And she got that kid's father killed. That kid needs to know that. He'll never know it because everybody's such a punk-ass little pussy. We won't call people out. We'll put signs on somebody's yard saying sex offender, or we'll pass flyers out warning there's a sex offender who lives in the neighborhood. We will run around on Facebook and stuff. Watch out for this GoFundMe scam. This child didn't really die. This family isn't really grieving. It's a hustling con. We'll warn people about people who are stealing and taking and maiming and destroying lives and being homewreckers or harming children and stuff like that. We won't do it when it comes to this. Oh, just forget it and move on. That's what the narcissist, control freak, psycho child abusers want. They want everybody to be a little pussy and never call them out. Like when I was in a relationship, I got played by this chick. I was posting her business out there because I was warning other guys. She was a mass manipulator, black widow. She was a child abuser. And I found all this stuff out toward the end. And she was taking money from dudes. And I was warning them. And see, we don't get on the offensive like this. This ties into what I'm saying. You have to fight through the pain and the suffering because in the end, time heals all wounds. You're going to get over some of this stuff, especially if you win. You have to make a decision to get on the offensive and move through the pain. At some point, that starts being relieving, and it's therapeutic. It may not be at first, but you got to choose to do it anyway. When you're trying to lose weight and it hurts and you're sweating, you're exhausted and you're tired, you push through it, and then you see yourself losing some weight, and then you're encouraged to keep going. You have to push through this, get on the offensive, and then use all the tools and weapons available to you so you're getting on the offensive in the war. That's therapeutic.